Question for Charles. First, I would like to thank both of you for leading me to the church. My question is regarding evangelism. I converted from Protestantism, and the first thing I noticed is no one wants to evangelize. My parish, St. Brendan the Navigator in North Atlanta, is large and growing. However, everyone is a cradle-to-grave Catholic and seem more interested in making a Catholic community for themselves. How can I persuade my parish to put money in evangelism? P.S. All three priests publicly denounce homosexuality in the priesthood and use Latin when it's called for in the missal.
Oof. Well, things. Is to ask your priests if they would think about doing convert classes. That's kind of an important issue.
What, like RCIA? What is that?
Yeah. That's what they called it before RCIA.
Oh, okay.
You need to look around and see if there's anything like a college or something near your parish, where you might put on talks or something for. These are all things you could do without asking for money. Very important, you see, because people will not want to put money into anything until they see results of some kind, or they see a reason for it. If you have non-Catholic friends, invite them, as many as you can, to things at your parish. In other words, put your money where your mouth is. Get as many non-Catholic friends as you can to come with you to see what you're doing. Because the truth of the matter is that Catholics do not evangelize. We're not a very evangelistic people, which is wrong, but it's what you've got to tease us into doing it. And you've got to come up also with some information. So, for instance, if you go to, let's say you've got a university or a college near your school, and you have a look at what their Catholic programming is, if any, and especially if there's none, substandard, bring it to their attention and be ready to do volunteer work yourself. It's very important. Don't ask anyone to do anything you yourself are not willing to do. Be a leader. That's my advice to you.
I'm going to take this opportunity to make a sort of a personal announcement and endorsement. I just joined the Knights of Columbus. I'm a first-degree member. How do you like that, Charles? I'm so happy and proud. I'm jubilant. I'm on cloud nine. Because I felt I wasn't truly and fully practicing the Catholic religion, to be honest. Like, my family has always emphasized the spiritual works of mercy, the prayer life and that stuff. But, I wanted to do the other things. I felt I'm lacking. It's an organization dedicated to charity. That's the principle. And admittedly, I'm not charitable enough. From the top of the Tumbler House Tower, I just...
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, I've seen you throw a few coins out the window occasionally to the vagrants that throng around the gateway.
But...
and you once threw a bun from the executive dining room. I saw you throw that bun down to them.
I can't. Most of our audience is young Catholic gentlemen. I cannot recommend Knights of Columbus enough for you. Get off this internet. Get off all, because there's so much. People don't treat people like people on the internet, but at the Knights of Columbus, you're going to meet people that will brighten your lives, and will honestly, there's a huge spiritual benefit, the people you're going to be surrounded by. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. And more importantly, because I'm trying to solve the puzzle of how to evangelize. What do people want? What do we need to do? And, because it's not just intellectual discourse, I've decided. It is about having fun in a Catholic context. To me, because it's like old world missionaries, right? They give people what they need, what they're looking for, which back in the day, it was food and shelter. And then on the side, it's Catholicism. In my opinion, what people want most is they want the sense of unity. They want this this fellowship. They want this caring. And young people especially want fun. They want these activities. They want social events. And the Knights of Columbus have that in spades. And so I think it's a huge tool for bringing people to the faith.
And part of the problem, too, that turned off a lot of people on just that, is that starting in the 60s, so many of these activities were done without any view to evangelization. And so people of an Orthodox mindset simply got turned off, which is the other extreme, and it's wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with programs for youth, programs for women, programs for mothers, programs for men. So long as you always keep first and foremost in your mind that the reason is to strengthen the faith in those who haven't, spread it in those. If you always keep that top, it's like we were talking earlier in economics, the common good. Always keep your eyes focused on that main important reason for being. And if you go astray, you won't go too far.
Okay.
What else we got?
Yeah. So if you guys join on Knights of Columbus, I think if I remember correctly, like put my number down that I recruited you. I think I get. Yeah. So whatever. Just keep that in mind if anybody joins. Okay.
And there's good meals involved as well. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spaghetti dinners and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah.
Did you do anything for St. Joseph's Day? Ha! And you've got an Italian Catholic Federation bunch right there at Holy Angels.
I need to get more active too, because see, that's one of the reasons I joined Knights of Columbus. I'm glad you mentioned that, Charles, actually, because we need more young people. And it just takes one person, see? Because I went to for Lent, the Knights of Columbus of Monrovia do a fish dinner. And it's, it makes me so sad because it's all, older gentlemen. We need to reinvigorate it with young gentlemen. And it just takes one person working there doing the fish or whatever and be like, oh, look at this guy. This is an avenue for young gentlemen to enjoy and socialize and have fun. It just takes one person, and that's what I know. I want to do that for my local council, and I encourage everyone else to do that. We need to start joining these old councils. It's such a sad thing that Italian Catholic Federation and Knights of Columbus and these things are just getting older and older and just dying out.
And they don't have to. Well, and for that matter, the destruction of the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, was a crime.
Right.
But anyway, all right. What else we got?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't like that indictment on my Italian ethnicity, Charles.
All I know is that somebody didn't go to St. Joseph's table this year. I'm not pointing fingers. I said somebody. Could have been anybody. It could have been Giovanni, the guy in maintenance.
My parents did that early on. It was for daily mass, but it was too early. That's too much like hard work. I can't do that.
Oh, well, never mind.
No, I wish I should have. I should have.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.